Sorry. And like I said, it is a little bit of an overdoing. There were a couple things we talked about so far. One is this drill. So you swing back, the hand goes towards your knee. If you're working on getting that feeling of lowering, it goes even lower than that. And it's pulling up and around, so this hip is turning through and that left shoulder is moving up. And then we talked about the very first one that you should do for right now is just that practicing that feeling of doing more of this. So imagine that wall is out in front of you, you're trying to get there with that. As I said, the first couple of days were just a little bit more in that direction. And then, like I said, after your tournament, the main thing I would work on is, like I said, if I draw a line through the middle of your hands, it's putting that feeling of going down and into the ground just a little bit more, and then pushing off the ground and adding that speed, because you're going to get a lot more speed if you have that feeling of down and then pushing it around, as opposed to just being like this, going into impact.
Yeah.
That all make sense?
Yep.
So set up like you're gonna hit one in that direction first. Remember, the only thing we really messed with at all from this angle was just make sure that you feel a little bit taller and like your weight's a little more balanced. There you go. Because if you lean too much over, your very first move is to raise up. And then all that lowering stuff we talked about, you've got to do even more of it. So swing up the top of your swing. Good. Come back down. And like I said, as long as you're in that setup position, there won't be a lot of raising or lowering like that on the takeaway. Now aim like you're going to hit one towards the TV. Remember, if I draw a line straight through the middle of your hands, your overdue it drill after this turn, is swing at the top of your swing, is going to be sinking to the ground. Hands are lower than where they were, and you're really driving into that wall. And then you're pushing off and rotating back through. So show me that last drill. Yep. And now you're going to hold that club in your left hand. There you go. So up to the top of your swing. So it's there. And then push down into the ground. And now pull up and through with that hip and that shoulder. So like I said, that's where the speed comes from. That all make sense?
Yeah.
You don't want to hit that.
Oh, never mind.
The camera's not no pressure. Shot.
Not bad.
Remember, main couple things we worked on today was just double checking and making sure that you're staying a little bit taller like you are in this one. The first couple swings you were just a little bit too bent over, kind of like we worked on last time with the setup. Because from there, if you're in a good position here, you don't really have to raise up on the way back. You can stay in that same posture. And this is a good example of the weight moving forward and not just the hips bumping forward. And then you're rotating, and you can see really squishing that ball to the ground, having the impact happen past the ball. Like I said, it's an example of a really good swing.